Wonder why it's a little blurry today. See who's all in the chat room. Trying to just get the angles right. Good morning. Who's here? Oh, what is going on, everyone? We are here, right? Tuesday morning. Let's get it going. Who's in the room with us? Let's see. Good morning. Got my jazz going. Hey, Kiki. How are you, sweetheart? Let's see what is going on. I tried to set up my little fall background. Do you guys like my fall background? Let's see. We'll just give everyone just a few minutes to come in. Thank you. I wanted some sunflowers, Kiki, but I didn't have time. I needed to go grab some this morning. I'm going to get some maybe for Thursday. Your favorite flowers. I was hoping I could sit up higher so you guys could see my shirt. C'est toi, mon chéri. C'est toi. Yes. She said, yes, those are her favorite flowers, right? I thought I was more bronze than I look, but I'm looking kind of bright. I think it's my lighting is a little. Let me try to maybe, should I tone it down a little bit or just leave it? Hi, good tidings. Good tidings. You inspired me with that post of how organized you are. I got to take some tips from you, Sylvia. It is your shirt. That's what. Do you like my shirt? Do you like my shirt, Kiki? What do you think? C'est toi, mon chéri. Sylvia said, I said, what does it mean, Sylvia? I knew what toi and mon chéri. She said, it's you. Let's see. C'est toi, mon chéri. I don't have all of those characters, but c'est toi, mon chéri. All right, so you guys, let's get just a couple more minutes and then we'll get started. So today we are having a continuation from last week with the election talk and just some more updated information regarding the voting. Because this is really an important time, I thought we would kind of elaborate a little bit more. I'm trying to get this angle right for my camera. Hi, Melanie. Good morning. I miss you, Mel. We got to do something really soon. I really miss you. So, Melanie, I'm so glad you're here because we have, and I know we were all kind of having a great conversation last week, but we have more updated information regarding voting and elections. So I really want you guys to, just continue to chat. Let's discuss this because it is a really big election. So we were like, okay, let's continue this conversation. And we did a little bit of research. So we have some updates for everyone. So let's get started. All right. So we wanted to, first of all, thank you guys for joining me today for Let's Chat Tuesdays. I know it's getting harder and harder as everyone is, becoming so much more busier, and me included. Things happen, life happens. My son actually broke his foot So in two places, trying to hit a backflip, no less. So right here, I was like, it wasn't even like an accident or like sports or something like that. He's literally like basically, trying to show off in front of his siblings, tries to do a back tuck and doesn't land it properly. Must have landed like directly on top of his foot because he broke his foot in two places. So right before the show started just now, he's calling me on my phone and I'm like, yes, baby, what do you need? And he's like, can you give me some more medicine before your show? So I'm like running to trying to get him some medicine. So anyway, I know life happens, but I thank you guys for joining me this morning. We'll be really brief. Today, we want to focus on, like I said, more election talk, more discussion regarding the voting, voting polls and election polls. So Mel said, waiting to go into a meeting. So we'll stay. Oh, perfect. So let's get started. So like we said last week, and so many people have said this is one of the biggest elections, maybe of our lifetime, right? So we want to just make sure we do all we can to just give you updated information and keep everyone in the loop. So these are the three things that I want to talk about today. I want to talk about some fact checking that we did regarding some misleading voter information that we discussed last week. So we did some fact checking on certain areas, and I want to discuss those things with you. Also, we want to discuss the second thing we want to discuss is how to find out if your mail-in ballot has been received and counted. So how to find out if your mail-in ballot has been received and counted. And also the third thing is meeting the deadline. So I highly recommend for you to grab a pen and paper, have that handy because we're going to be sharing some important websites and telephone numbers with you during this conversation. So everybody, okay, so everybody's good. So yeah, we'll just keep the conversation going and you guys just chime in as you will. First of all, who's got their cup of coffee handy? Look, I'm like, okay, let me run and grab my coffee real quick. This is my second cup. You guys know I'm already pretty wired off caffeine by the time I talk to y'all. So I know Kiki's got her coffee. Mel, do you have anything to drink? I know you're waiting for a meeting, but do you have anything to drink? And I'm pretty sure Miss Good Tidings probably got her coffee going. So, yeah, so first up, let's just dive right in, you guys. I hope you guys are sipping on something radiant. First up, I took some time to fact check a couple of things that were shared last Tuesday in our conversation of Let's Chat Tuesdays. I wanted to check on the validity of some of the information that was discussed because I didn't want us to just kind of be left out there not knowing if something was correct or not. So some things were a little misleading. So we checked on the voting truck. And Sadiqa said she was going to join us this morning, but hey, Vanessa. So we checked on the voting truck, guys. We did some extensive research. We called a few numbers, and we checked on the Georgia Secretary of State website and the Georgia Secure the Vote website, as well as the news department at WAOK 1380 News and Talk Radio. And both have stated that there has been no official voting trucks assigned anywhere in Metro Atlanta. Now, I know Sadiqa was a little bit, outside of Atlanta. She said Fulton, she's in Fulton County, Alpharetta area. However, the information that we received says that there are no voting trucks. Okay, so I don't want you guys to be misled with that. So people who have been asked to cast their votes at one of these trucks should ask for identification and an official license or documentation stating that they are authorized to collect ballots. So remember, Melanies, we were like, ooh, we don't know about this one, Sadiqa. We don't really know. So yeah, we checked all through, through the websites, through different media outlets, and there was no record of any voting trucks being assigned or sent out or authorized. So in other words, it's in your best interest that we do not give our ballots, right? Do not give your ballots to anyone that we do not know or who is not able to identify themselves as an official state polling representative. And Vanessa, you are working with the elections and the polling. Have you heard of voting trucks? We had one of our, viewers last week said that she voted through a voting truck. And we thought that was so interesting because I had never heard of that before. And a lot of the other viewers had not heard of it before. So we did a little research on it. And we found out that there's no information regarding voting trucks in Metro Atlanta. So if it's something that's happening like out in different various areas outside of Atlanta, or, like I said, Alpharetta area, Fulton, like there wasn't any record of that happening in Metro. Okay, so Vanessa said, yes, it's on the Fulton County. So is that the only area? Because every site that we checked said no areas in Metro Atlanta. So tell us more, Vanessa, because Vanessa said, yes, it's on the Fulton County. So let's have a conversation about that. Also last week, someone said that some ballot boxes had been set on fire. So we did a little bit more of research regarding those areas where the ballot boxes were set on fire. We dove in and we checked it all out. And it turns out that this statement was true. However, the caveat is that it did not occur in Georgia. So authorities in Boston, Massachusetts have reported that a ballot drop box outside the Boston Public Library, the main branch, was set on fire by a black male who was caught on camera and has been arrested. Okay, so in that ballot box was 122 ballots inside the drop box, and 87 were legible and processed. Okay, so that was in Boston, Massachusetts, at the Boston Public Library, the main branch. Because someone was saying they didn't want to mail in their ballots because they were a little bit nervous about ballot boxes, return boxes being set on fire. So 122 ballots were inside the drop box and 87 were legible and processed. Okay. So then another blaze broke out in a ballot box in Los Angeles County. So California, in Los Angeles County in California, last week in front of the Baldwin Park Public Library. So it's not known exactly how many ballots were destroyed, but reports are that several were not legible. So just letting you know, just giving you a heads up and just updating the information that we discussed last week. Does anyone have any new information regarding the elections, their opinion about how it's being done? Anything that we can add to our conversation today? Have you all, I know Melanie said last week she was going to wait until election day to vote. And then I know Sadiq were voted on the truck. So Vanessa, were you going to give us some more information about that? Because I know that you are very well connected with the elections and with the voting. Okay, so in regards to, okay, so Vanessa says, as far as I know, only in Fulton, you can go to my voter page, SOS Georgia Gov, and see it. Okay, so let's do that. And actually I was going to give that website as well. So we didn't see it on there, Vanessa. So I need to find that. Okay, so this is what the as far as the ballot boxes being vandalized or burned. Okay, Kiki said voted in and out less than 30 minutes at the Cobb tag office. That's perfect. Awesome. You know, it's good to just get in and get out if you can. So in regards to the ballot boxes being burned, this has not happened in Georgia. Look, knock on wood. Thank you, Lord. Because we don't need any more drama in Georgia, right? If you're voting by absentee or mail-in balloting, be sure to follow the instructions thoroughly for filling out and completing your ballot, including making sure your signature is also on the outside envelope. If you're going to mail it in, make sure you place the proper amount of postage on the envelope, which is 70 cents, and either hand it into your neighborhood postal service person or take it to your nearest post office and place it in one of the mail slots inside the post office. This is probably like the safest place to basically give your mail-in ballot. Walk inside the post office and put it in the slot inside the post office, and make sure that you put 70 cents postage on it, just to make sure you have enough postage. So Melanie said, what Cobb tag office? So we'll get that information to you, Mel. And Tyreek said he is sipping on something radiant. How radiant, Tyreek? What is that you're sipping on? Maybe some Baileys, Baileys and coffee. So it's best to get your ballot in the mail as soon as possible. However, if your ballot is postmarked by next Tuesday, this is very important, you guys. If your ballot is postmarked by next Tuesday, which is November 3rd, which is election day, and it arrives at county offices by 7 p.m., up to 3 days, business days later, November 6th, 2020, it will be counted. So get it done. Get that ballot mailed in, take it into the office. And Kiki has put 4400 Lower Roswell Road, Marietta, Georgia. So you guys, Melanie's wanted that information. So make sure you walk in to the post office and put your ballot inside the slot. And just remember, if your ballot is postmarked by next Tuesday, November 3rd, election day, and arrive at county election offices by 7 o'clock p.m., up to 3 business days later. So by November, if it arrives by November 6, 2020, it will be counted. So get it done. Okay. Now let's go to number 2 on my list. And we're just rolling through, guys. So please add all your comments. Number 2 on my list. How to find out if your mail-in ballot has been received and counted. Here's where you're going to put that pen and paper to work. All right, so get your pen and paper out. But first, let's take another little sip of our coffee. I know you guys are sipping away. I'm trying to sip and talk. I might need something a little more radiant in my cup. Okay, so if you mailed in your ballot or dropped it off at an official ballot location, here's how you find out if your ballot has been received and will be counted. And I think Vanessa just put this website on the chat too. You can also access this website for finding your polling location. To avoid wasting your time at the wrong location like I did, this is what you can do. You can go to this website and find out the names of the candidates that are, running for election and wanting your vote in your district, and any other pertinent information about Georgia voting. So ready? This is the website. It's mvp.sos.ga.gov. So that's M as in Mary, V as in Victory, P as in Please, dot, S as in Sam, O as in Oh no, S as in Sam, dot, GA as in the abbreviation for Georgia, .gov. Okay, guys? And I think Vanessa put that in the chat as well. So mvp.sos.ga.gov. Okay, so you can check out your voting status, poll location, early voting locations, elected officials, check out, the sample ballot and so much more. It's the official website for Georgia voting. I spoke to a friend the other day, and he kind of mentioned, I haven't voted in a while. I think I'm just going to go ahead and vote. And I'm like, oh, you need to vote. Are you even registered? He's like, I don't think I voted for a while, since Obama, this. And I'm just like, oh my God, we got to figure out if you're even registered, because, you need to vote. This is very, very important. He's like, for you, I will do it. I'm like, no, do it for you, because it's your voice, I always say that your voice is your vote, So finally, number 3 on my list of 3 things, meeting the deadline. Okay, people. And we are going, because I know this is a quick little moment for you guys, just a quick little connection break, but early voting ends this Friday, October 30th, 2020 in Georgia. So to avoid standing in line all day on election day, unless that's just totally what you want to do, on November 3rd. Get moving and get it done today. Please, please lift your voice by casting your vote. Remember, politics are local. It's not all about, the presidential election. Politics are local. If you want changes made in your city, in your town, in your county, like, make your voice be heard. Your vote does count. We're voting for people to represent us in all levels of government, city, county, state, and federal. Your vote counts even more on the local and state level. And that is why it is important to familiarize yourself with the candidates and to cast your vote for the people that you believe will best represent you, your family, your neighbors, and your community. Vote, vote, vote. Please vote, because our lives depend on it. Like we said, this is one of the most important elections of our lifetime. Does anyone have anything that they wanted to add to this conversation? We just did basically a follow-up to last week because we had so many different people kind of chiming in with different information. We just wanted to fact check. We just wanted to be thorough and just to know that, we're talking and we're we're just here connecting with each other. But at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we are providing correct information and we're not misleading anyone. So please, give your ideas and your comments regarding the election, regarding voting. And just so you guys know, hey, listen, this is all about you. So that's about it for Let's Chat Tuesdays today. I told you we were going to get it in, get it done, because I know you guys have a lot going on, and so do I. So Let's Chat Tuesdays, we air every Tuesday at 10 a.m. on my YouTube channel only. This is a YouTube series only. We discuss hot topics, specific points of interest, and suggestions made by you. Think of this as a weekly check-in or a virtual coffee break, right? Got our coffee going, right? Just to chat and connect. But if you are looking for something deeper, a little deeper, we start off a little light, then we go a little bit heavier at the end of the show. But please tune in to Radiant Faces Beauty and Self-Love Show every Thursday night at 7 o'clock p.m. on my Instagram Live, my Facebook Live, and my YouTube Live channel as well. That's the time that we talk about beauty, various methods of self-love, and my favorite area, various methods of self-care, and then my favorite area, which is self-love. And we always bring it back to self-love because that's just the start and the finish, right, of all things just changing and transforming within you. So thank you for joining us today. You guys have been amazing. We had a great chat. I'm just looking to see if anybody has any other comments to add. Like I said, we're to get, it's just a connection, and we're here. So if you want to make suggestions on different topics, please, feel free to DM me and give me that information. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Be blessed, be radiant, and remember to do all things with love. Bye. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye-bye.